Okay, so this is a website for a client that I'm working with. Here is their homepage. You can kind of see there's like different fonts throughout, different colors and things like that. Um, I recently finished up this page. Here's another one. So you see kind of the design that we're going for, the consistency in the header, the yellow line, the font size, the color, everything is consistent across these pages here. And let's go ahead and look at one more. You see that same animation throughout as well. So for this client, he wanted us to just clean up some of the fonts that are all over the place. You see, and then it's not even lining up properly with the rest of the page, like green and blue and black and gray, all of these different kinds of fonts. We're trying to make this consistent across the board. Okay, so let's go ahead and maybe work on, because I was doing a little bit on this page already. So let's go ahead and do a few more sections. Okay, so here we are. Let's go ahead. I was actually working on that last time, so let's fix this. In this one, we're going to be working with Elementor and going over how to use some of the global elements and templates. So, what is a global element? Let's go down to this section here. Oh, that's weird. It's correct now. It's weird. That was not working just a moment ago. And now it is. Okay. What is a global element? So let's have a look here at this features header. Where you can find your global elements is if you hit here, you can go to global. And here you see I have a few. So this header right here, let's go ahead and pull it down again. We'll see it come up in a yellow box. And this means that it is global. Here we have option to either edit the global or unlink. What does global mean? If I duplicate this title and I adjust this one, you'll find that they end up the same. So let's hit update. And we'll view this page. So you see now they're the same. I only changed this one, but both of them are the same because this is a global element. And if we make changes to one, we are making changes to all of the elements globally on this website. So if we want, for this section, right, this is a different word than this one. So we would want to unlink from global so that we can change this one alone without making changes to other elements as well. Okay, so I'm going to delete these because we're good to go with that. This line also is a global element. Orange line, it's more like yellow. This is a global element. I hit unlink. Then we want to edit, line it left. That's how I got that. Oh, and padding. So this should be saved. I'll probably save this as the global now. So so if we want this to be a global element, how do we create a global element? We know how to add one if we already have one. To create one, we're going to save as global. Right click, save as global. And we're going to give it a name. Left. It's like yellow. Yeah, yellow. Now, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Now, we saw on those other pages the animated section. To add a section, this is going to be a template instead. So we combine our global elements here, but if we want the whole section, if I want this whole section, we would want with these words the way it is and everything, the columns, we would need to save this as a template. So to do that, I'm going to go up over to the section that we want, right click it, and we're going to save it as a template. Columns. Let's call it that. Okay, and I spelled columns on. That's right. Let's go ahead and import this section right above. Now you'll see, there you go. Okay, let's try that again. There it goes. Okay, so let's delete that. Let's try that again. We are going to hit the plus above here. When you see this, you have to hit the folder to get to your templates. And there's columns. Here's the one from the other pages with the animation, right? So that's how we can stay consistent across these pages. All right, now I'm going to do the other one, the other template. Boom. All the same animation, same font size, same font color. Yeah, these templates are already in there. This header and the line is already in there to work with, so I can finish the rest of this page a lot quicker. Okay. And I go ahead and remove this. And for, let's say this font, right? We want it gray. I'm gonna come in here. No, like this one. Yeah, it says it right here. I'm gonna grab this, right, to make sure that I don't mess with too much. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab this. Something like that. Now this part, this can be another header, right? And if we want that global element, we're going to title it. And there we go. And here. Unlink. Permanent. Use. Period. Something like this. Right? Do something like this. Maybe even center. No. Just leave it. That, and then, or orange line. Yellow line. That's fine. If this links, that's okay, because we want this over here, all 6 of these, right? So it's okay if it stays global. So I'm not gonna link that. Come here. Or wait, we need that stuff. I'm gonna come here. Duplicate this. Duplicate this. And we might need to make these smaller. Not an H4. That didn't do anything. Side. Medium. Okay. I'm not sure why this isn't changing. That's alright, I'll come back to that. What we want is that gray. So we want the gray over here. I'm hitting that, I'm going to text. I'm pulling my tags right here. The copy over here. Get rid of that. Take this tag off, replace it. But we need to close the tag. Span, we need to close it. Span. Okay, last one. There's 3 left, but I'll, do these for the video. So we have the gray, we have that gray tag on. Okay. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate this. Get rid of that. I have my gray tag. Span. Close it. Span. And then from here, what I would do actually is to finish up the rest, I would duplicate the whole row now, right? And all now, because now we can do that. Because you still gotta go in anyway. Like this, and then edit the Oh yeah, in between the tags. I guess we can. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's duplicate the whole row. Might as well while we're here. Okay, so we don't want that picture. I want that picture. I'm going to take this picture, remove this picture. I want this picture on this picture. I'm going to put this picture here, remove this picture. I don't want that, I want this. Remove this here, remove that. Permanent down. Do something like this. Right, I'm going to take my text from the tag. And I'm doing it back here on the text tab as opposed to visual, because if I just copy and paste this, it's going to bring the styles. So let's try it over here. So if I just copy and paste this on here, it brings the style with it, which we don't want. We don't want that style, we want the gray. So I copied it over there. I'm gonna come back here and go something like this. Something like this. Look at that, we did that whole section in no time. I'll come back in and probably resize these headers, but at least we're consistent. We have the same colors, same fonts. We'll need to come back to finish up the rest here, but that is going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to show you how to use global elements and templates. We know that we can right click, save as a template on the section, or on the element itself, we can save as global. Right click, save as global, and work with our Elementor like that to make our workflow a little bit quicker and more efficient. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate